Guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are doing great. I'm doing I'm doing just fine. Okay, I'm doing okay. So we are now in 2021 and 2020 is over. I'm glad that it's over, but I'm hoping that things will get better now. Well, a bitch can hope. And I'm going to talk about the best 15 albums released in 2020, in my opinion, not yours. So thank you for respecting my opinion. I created a list, top 15 albums of the year of 2020, and we are going to start now. We're going to start with number 15, the album by Tiana Taylor. Well, I think Tiana is so talented, guys. You have no idea, and she also writes her own music. Like most of her own music, she writes herself. I thought this album was really, really underappreciated because I don't see anyone talking about this album on my timeline on Twitter, and people keep talking about their favorite albums all the motherfucking time. But Tiana is paid dust. I don't know why. I have no idea why people are not giving any attention to this. Like, they're not paying any attention. They're not appreciating this masterpiece album. It's pure R&B. It's beautiful. I think it's the perfect album for R&B junkies. It's criminally underrated. We have to do something about this. So this is the best I can do given my platform. Songs like Wake Up Love, songs like Loki featuring Erykah Badu. Erykah Badu is no joke. Having a feature from Erykah Badu on your album is a big fucking deal. Number 14, Ho, Why Is You Here by Flo Milli. Flo Milli, well, I found out about her in 2020, and I think she also debuted in 2020. Of course, she probably made music and rapped before 2020 because you can tell that she has a certain professionalism in her flow and her lyrics. So yeah, Flo Milli is that bitch, and I think some people are familiar with her, but if you're not familiar with her, you should go and check out her album. Actually, this is not an album. This is an EP, but we can, of course, count it as a project. Yeah, this is my favorite song. My favorite. La. Since you bad, how come catch 'em if you can? Flo Milli shit, how Flo Milli shit, yeah, dicks up. Dicks up when I step up in the party. I mean, say no more. Yeah, her flow is something else. She can spit anything she likes. She's the new, I think she's one of the new it girls in hip-hop right now, and I think she's going to do very well. I'm ready for her to slay me. I just am. Okay, so this was number 14. Next up, we have number 13, which is What We Drew by Yeji. I'm still not quite confident about pronouncing her name because it could also be Yeji. Yeah, anyway, that doesn't really matter right now. This is also not an album, I'm aware, but it's a fucking project. Really different, I would say. It takes you to a realm created by Miss Yeji herself, and it takes you on this roller coaster ride. There are so many experimental beats and production as well. I don't know how to describe this. Like, you jump in this electronica plus computer plus sensual house lounge realm with her. For example, this one, Spell. Next up, 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 we have Grey. Number 12, Grey by Moses Sumney. Guys, I'm in love with Moses Sumney because he's... I mean, just look at him, okay? Just go and watch a music video of his and you'll agree with me because he's... Okay, he's hot as fuck. But yeah, let's talk about the album. Grey is a double disc album where two worlds collide, but what you get eventually is a world of coexistence. I don't know if this makes any sense, but it does to me. Songs like Insula, for example. This is the fucking intro, by the way. Insula is the intro and it means island. But it's so fucking good. I don't know. And also Me in 20 Years. I think most people are familiar with this song. But also Keeps Me Alive and Cut Me. Like, this song is a fucking masterpiece. And I don't know why, but I am religiously obsessed with this interlude called Also, and. I know he produced this himself with FKJ, but this is fucking sick. It's so good. It's so fucking good.
I insist upon my right to be multiple. I insist upon my right to be multiple. Even more so, I insist upon the recognition of my multiplicity.
Dream project.
To constantly explain and defend one's multiplicity. So I've reached a point where...
Number 11, Shebring by Sevdaliza. One of the best albums of the year, obviously, and I thought this album was kind of a... She kind of said goodbye to the genre she created with that debut album, and she came up with a new sound. And I think she did a really good job. Oh My God being the first single of this album was a great decision. She kind of jumped into the world of R&B and hip-hop with that trap beat and with her classic Sevdaliza vocals on the trip-hop beat, the production, everything everything came together very flawlessly, and I think she did a great job. And Shebring is full of surprises. There's a song Golbi Goldon, which is a cover of an Iranian artist, and it's the most beautiful thing that you can ever imagine. But you should go and listen to this album when you feel depressed. When I feel depressed, I just go straight to Sevdaliza's page and listen to her discography and I don't get bored at all because it suits it nurtures my depression. Number 10, Chilombo by janae Aiko. Well, obviously janae Aiko is always going to be in my list if she releases an album in a year. Like, whenever she releases an album, I'm happy with it. She can't make a bad album. She's not capable of doing it. Really healing album. It makes you chill, as the name suggests. It makes you chill. Yeah, she always creates an album with a story. Like, the song, from the very beginning of the track list to the end of the track list to the outro, you're on a ride. She always makes sure that the album makes you feel like you're on a journey, and there are so many different locations that you visit while listening to the album. And I think that's the most beautiful thing about a body of work, and I also think that's one of the most beautiful things about being an artist and producing art. Number 9, Loki Superstar by Carey Fowa, an underground artist, and most of you people are not familiar with her, besides the R&B junkies, obviously. But I think you guys should go and listen to her EP. This is also an EP. She's about to release her debut album as well. She's working on it. Go and listen to this goddamn EP. Thank you. Number 8, Miss Antropocini by Grimes. I don't know if that's the way you pronounce it, but well, I don't give a shit. Well, Miss Antropocini is, I have to say this, well, Art Angels is probably my favorite album by her, but I want to say Miss Antropocini is really close to being the best album released by Grimes in my opinion. And my favorite songs on the album are So Heavy, I Fell Through the Earth, Dark Side. Well, Dark Side is a fucking apocalypse anthem. I would experience the apocalypse in real life. I would definitely want Dark Side playing in the background. I would really appreciate that. I think it would be sick. It would be really dope. Jaguar by Victoria Monet. Guys, this is Victoria's debut album, and it is the best body of work she has ever released, in my opinion. It's full of songs that required so much effort, work, blood, sweat, and tears. And what I would like to criticize about this album, the only thing, is that she released so many singles of this album before the album came out. So she released like 4 or 5 songs of this album before it even came out. And this album has only like 11 tracks. So my good sister Victoria, why did you release half of the album before you put it out? And okay, there are 11 tracks, but 3 of them are interludes. So I only have like what, 8 tracks, and I've already heard like 4 of them. Doesn't feel like an album release, girl. That's my only criticism, but overall, when you listen to the album, you see that it's fucking amazing. It's yeah, and I know Victoria writes her own music. Shout out to Ariana Grande. You should be thankful for having Victoria by your side, bitch. If it wasn't for Victoria, you wouldn't have 7 Rings, you wouldn't have Thank You Next, you wouldn't have a bunch of stuff that you made millions of dollars. Number 6, Future Nostalgia by Dua Lipa. I think so many people have loved this album. I heard from everyone that even straight people are fond of this album. They love this. Well, I also appreciate Dua for not working with Max Martin right away after her debut album. Because so many people tend to, I don't know, work with the best producers in the business for their sophomore album so that they can come back very stronger and make a bigger impact in the music industry, blah, 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 blah. My favorite songs on the album are Pretty Please, Love Again, and the 3rd place goes to... I'm going to say Break My Heart. And I don't know why, but I just can't seem to get into Cool. I don't think it has anything special. It doesn't attract me. I don't want to it doesn't make me want to play it. So Dua Lipa, you did a great job. You were one of the best artists of the year, I'm not gonna lie. And you also upped your performance game. You are definitely a performer now. I can confidently say that because obviously after all the criticism you got, all the shade you got on Twitter or Stan community, obviously you took some notes and you upped your performance game, sis. Good for you. I appreciate you. To Angali Hour by Chloe and Halle. wow. Gali Hour. Well, you can go and watch my reaction to the album. I'll put it over somewhere. And now, number 4, Chromatica by Lady Gaga. Chromatica came at a time when we needed it the most. I mean, it was, I think, June, right? Yeah, and I was getting sick of the quarantine and stuff. Like, I felt like, Gaga, just put the goddamn album out already. I'm over it. I don't want to wait anymore. And this bitch pushed the album back, like, I don't know, once or twice. And I didn't like that decision because it felt very, I don't know, lucrative. Look it up. Anyway, Chromatica is a fucking masterpiece as well. It's a body of work, and I say it all the motherfucking time. I am a sucker for a body of work that flows. Number 3, Sawayama by Rina Sawayama. Well, guys, Sawayama could be the album of the year, but I have other people that I love so much that I'm obsessed. So I'm not going to be able to give Sawayama the top place on my list. This album has 0 bad songs in it. I'm looking at the track list right now, and Dynasty is a masterpiece. XS is a bop. Shut the fuck up is Comme des Garçons. Akasaka Sad is a fan favorite, I know. Alaska Sad. Yeah, that part was inspired by Beyonce's I Care on 4. Let's listen to that. Here. See how she complements the guitar in the background. So yeah, and I also appreciate that because Rina is very our generation. I think she will be the voice of our generation, I think. I mean, I feel like I belong to multiple generations now because I've been standing people for some time now. It's been like 15 years since I started standing queens. Guys, number 2 is...
And here it is, from the fiery depths of hell. Welcome to Motherland. I'm your host, Marcus.
Motherland by Baby Fucking Mother. I've been waiting for this album for a very long time. It was supposed to come out in 2019 and then it didn't, and then it came out in 2020. Well. Baby Mother is one of my all-time favorite artists right now, and I saw her live. I went to see her show and she fucking killed it. I had the best night of my life, period. Motherland is full of surprises. So it's basically an LSD trip. If you listen to this album, you will feel like you had an LSD trip. It's about an acid trip, and it has interludes, and it has so many different sections that consist of different songs with different concepts. And also, Baby Mother is a very eccentric artist, guys. She can explore any sound and like create something beautiful out of it. So go and check it out. And my favorite songs on this album are definitely Holographic, because it's about an LSD track. And it's so trippy. Either way, this song is very dark, but it's also very pussy. You know what I mean? You should also check it out. Like this intro alone, it drags me. And then we have Nice Guy featuring Young Baby Tate. Young Baby Tate is also a very talented bad bitch, and she's a Taurus like me, so I like her even better for that. And also songs like 1111, Dream Sequence, Gimme That, Baltimore, Baby Mama's Body, Spirit of Susie, Pink Poop Emoji. Like, there are 25 tracks on this album. So you should have a favorite. Go and check it out. You will definitely have a 1 or 2 favorites, even if you're not into rap or hip hop music. Guys, number 1. So the best album of the year in my opinion. You wanna know what it is? Okay. What's Your Pleasure by Jessie Ware. Period. What's Your Pleasure came at a time when it was needed. We all needed this fucking album. We all needed it. Jessie Ware is a very different artist. She can do anything. And this time she decided to tap into disco music, disco house. Guys, I'm telling you, I'm obsessed with this album. I can listen to it all day long and I'm not going to complain. Like, the lyrical content on this album and the production, when everything came together, it was a masterpiece. It is a masterpiece. I definitely think it's the best album of 2020. And I also think this album is very underrated in the STEM community. Like, only the people with taste talk about it. The other people with no taste in the STEM community, they do not even mention this album at all, and I don't get it. I don't get it. How can you possibly ignore songs like Spotlight, In Your Eyes, The Kill, Remember Where You Are? Are you fucking kidding me? You guys just need to like put some goddamn respect on this album. I'm over it. I'm fucking over it. And by the way, I know Jessie is just prepping a deluxe version for What's Your Pleasure, and I'm fucking excited. I'm so excited, guys, because every single track on this album is a favorite of mine, and I'm definitely going to react to the deluxe version, to the bonus tracks. And I simply can't wait for this deluxe version to drop. I don't know when it's going to drop, but it feels like any time now, any day now. Because Jessie tweeted recently that she was about to put it out. She was about to be done with the deluxe version, so I'm so excited to hear it. And also, guys, charts, Billboard, Hot 100 or whatever, iTunes, Top 10. Whatever it is, I just don't care about the charts anymore. I don't give a fuck, because I haven't done my research on the chart performance of What's Your Pleasure, because I simply don't care. Thank you all for watching this video, and please let me know in the comments below what are the top 15 albums of the year for you. Let's talk about them. And do you guys agree with my list? What do you guys think about my top 15? I wanna know. Please let me know, and please don't forget to like the video, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel. See you guys next time. Bye.